Welcome to the Great Lakes Smoke Podcast Show. What we talk about basically is the love and the passion of cigars, pipe smoking, tobacco, alcohol, brothers chilling out and having a good time, laughter.
Well, how else are you gonna, enjoy a nice bourbon?
And you kind of went animalistic on tobacco buying, haven't you?
And the Rocky Patel Pure and Simple. I don't know, that thing just tastes so good.
Sound like young the white fat and black dude.
Good evening, aficionados, and welcome to another Great Lake Podcast Show. As you can see, we've been already having our laughter before the show.
We're drinking,
well, Bob is drinking, and I'm sipping, and, well, Kyle's hanging out in the pool.
Kyle
went outdoors finally.
Poolside.
He was tired of being cooped up. That's it. And Frank, you're in the smoking chamber that you have there, right? I'm in the I'm at the beach. You see over my shoulder, right over there. You see there's a little at the beach. By the beach.
Unreal, you guys.
Son of a beach.
Unreal.
That was a good show, Son of a Beach.
Man. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for coming on board tonight, joining us for another good show. A quick note, we did have a special guest coming on, but we have to bypass that tonight, and we'll catch up with him next week. But we do have a lot of information, basically some FDA information that we like to pass on and keep you going as far as that goes. Also, folks, if you want to give us any information, stuff that you want to send us to, good, bad, indifferent information we'll take, send it to our email at Great Lakes Smoke Show at AOL.com or PM us on our Facebook page. Also, if you don't catch us live, you can always check our library out. We're probably close to about 70 shows, Kyle, would you say, or more?
Maybe more.
Really don't know the
Whatever
final
count.
count.
Check the library, man.
Yeah.
Is
that the library, Ronnie? Library?
Library. The library.
That's near the strawberry?
That's near
the
Strawberry
Dingleberry.
Field.
Strawberry?
Don't talk about the Dingleberry here, all right? Leave that section alone, please. You don't want to go there.
Easy now.
But we'll bring you some laughter here, folks. Yeah, library, all right? How's that sound? Library. Anyway, just for all you new people that are clicking on, and we do have a big audience, guys. We need to kind of introduce ourselves.
Again?
Well, there's about an extra 100 people who joined on, liked our show, and so we're just going to do
Why don't we
a
have
quiet
them introduce
introduction.
themselves?
Well, they're putting it on Facebook. Anyway, my name's Ron Pecorini. It's my brother Bob
How you doing,
Pecorini.
man?
We have our co-host, Standard, our man behind the scenes, our technician, the man who keeps us going, brother Kyle Gesso.
How you doing, everyone?
Public at the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Caesar's
expect
Palace.
the police to pick him up at any minute.
Yeah, he's hanging out with the beauty queen.
You notice
there.
he's got social distancing between him and
Yep.
her, right?
It's total social distancing. Yeah, 6 feet. I'm more than 6 feet. So.
Well, you're doing good, Kyle. You're doing good. And then we have cousin Frank from North Carolina today. Become pretty much a regular, and he has his segment.
He is regular. He goes about 4 times
I've
a
been
day.
regular for years. I don't know about you two clowns.
Well, anyway, the guy who goes regularly 3 to 4 times a day. Thank God.
That's like it.
And if he ever uses your toilet, make sure he flushes quite a bit. So it's our cousin Frank, and he does a segment on the show, as you can see, Stump the Chooch. Frank, put it on there on your back there.
Oh,
so
yeah.
people
I'll
understand
get my background
what's going
Get
on.
the AOC background going. There she is. There she is.
All right.
That says be a chooch.
Be a Chooch.
Be a chooch.
But he's going to stump a Chooch.
And you have it in green. That's her favorite color, isn't it? That's the
Time
green
to play
deal.
stumped.
The new green deal. There it is.
Anyway, folks, what the show is basically all about is we talk about cigars, pipes, tobacco, alcohol, and lots of laughter, as you heard the opening. We do have a lot
A
of
lot
fun.
of other things, but we don't say it on the air too.
No.
We'll try to keep it clean, but it's a family show.
Yeah, yeah, I know.
Absolutely. But we also try to bring you updated information in the industry and what's happening right now. And if you've seen our past shows, we've talked a lot about Crown Heads and Ace Prime getting together for what they call the bulb. And Kyle, you did a good explanation. You want to explain to them about the bulb and how people around the country can actually get their cigars through the system that they have, either through your local cigar lounge or your brick and mortar, which is very important. We really have to support the brick and mortar.
Especially at these ridiculous times.
Yeah. So the bulb is going to be a subscription-based system. So basically, you'll sign up for it. There's different tiers that you can sign up for on, and basically, what it's going to do, you can, if your favorite cigar lounge isn't already a part of, which every day there's more and more retailers signing up with us because it's a free service to them, and it only benefits them as it goes on. But they will have a code that you can use, and so when you sign up, you basically input this code, and so when you're paying your monthly subscription, those cigars and that money is going towards your local cigar lounge. So if you sign up on the low tier, and I think the low tier was starting at around $50 a month, you're getting 10 cigars with that $50 a month package, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I may be off.
I believe so.
But what you're getting there for that is you're not going to be able to pick and choose your cigars. It's going to be a variety of cigars that are sent to you on a monthly basis. But those cigars are going to come out of your local lounge and shipped to you. So it's not support. Yeah, you're not.
Gonna be any shit.
No, they are going to be very, very. They have partners in the cigar industry, including Ace Prime, the Crowned Heads, and there's many more that are starting or are coming on board with this. But
I just
when
want
you
to get to that, Kyle, also about the benefits of it. Those cigars will be top shelf, and you will be getting them at a discount.
Yeah.
So it has to work into that particular tier that you're working with dollar wise.
Yeah.
So you could be getting, let's just say for argument's sake, a $14, $15 stick for like $10 because it's going to be so discounted. So,
And your brick and mortar is going to be
And
in your
keeping
local
them alive.
lounge.
Very,
It
very
all goes to
important.
them.
Your local lounge is getting the proceeds from this, so you're not supporting them by ordering online. This is coming from them. You're keeping your brick and mortar open through this, and so these are cigars being shipped to your house on a monthly basis from your local lounge. It's a great thing. I'm trying to get to the website here, but it seems like it's not pulling up right now. But
It's the bulb, keep the lights on.
yeah,
Right?
it's
.com?
Right now, I think Luciano said there's 1,600 brick and mortar and cigar lounges that are part of it.
Yeah.
Just as of last week, and they just pushed this out 3 weeks ago. So the word is getting out, no question about it.
Well, it's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely, it's a win-win. Good top
Yes.
quality cigars at a fantastic kind of discounted rate.
Yeah.
And the whole idea is making sure that one, you do have your cigars. Two, you're keeping them alive in business. Three, we're all in this whole thing together, so we all have to support each other. Hey, while you're looking at that, some great people just jumped on. If I leave your name off, please forgive me, but we do have some of our regulars. Of course, Valeria from Greece.
Hey, Valeria.
Valeria is there.
Did
Hey,
you get your package yet?
Andre's on, Frank, and Andre did get his pipes.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh, nice.
How do you like them, buddy? Are you satisfied?
all right. So
And,
I got more
And
information on the
Mo
bulb.
Maggia, how do you sign up? Kyle, we have a question again. How do they sign up
So
for the bowl?
you're gonna go to thebulbbox.com. So that's THEBULB BOX.com. That's where you can sign up, become a member there. I was off. The $50 entry level is 5 cigars. So you're getting those 5 cigars for the $50. And they're going to have exclusive articles and information and stuff that's going to be on there. You can sign up for the free service. They just won't ship you any cigars on the free service, but you'll have access to all those articles and news that comes out through the bulb. And then as it goes, they have so the bulb basic is your 5 cigars and $50 a month. Then they have the bulb light. The bulb light is going to be $95 a month, and that's going to include the 10 cigars. Then they have the bulb box, which is $180 a month, which includes 20 cigars. And then they have the bulb box prime, and that'll include 40 cigars shipped to you on a monthly basis.
We got a messenger request again. Somebody just missed it for a reason. What is the website again? Go slow. Mo, can you get a piece of paper and listen to this? Kyle's going to give it to you again, Mo.
It's thebulbbox.com. Thebulbbox.com. Yeah, that'll be it.
They also have a Facebook page.
Yeah, it's check them out on Facebook. The bulb, keep the lights on.
I believe.
Yeah,
and you can go on Crown Heads and Ace Prime also.
Yes,
and you can get all their information.
Yeah.
Hey, Brian McGuire just jumped on. Brian,
hey, Brian.
Yeah, you call me tomorrow. We got a lot to talk about, Brian. We got Richard Zire coming on. Christine Prislak from New Jersey. David Ellsworth. Dave, send us some more information. I don't know, Sherry Hill, maybe.
What exit?
Andre's here. Johnny Salak is jumping on. Dave Ellsworth. We're going to keep giving information from Richmond, October 2nd and 3rd. Richmond, Virginia. We're going to have a big show. Dave, I think this is going to be big because I don't see anything else going on, I'll be honest with you. So you guys are going to be opened up.
It's hoping. Here's hoping that it's still going to happen. I mean,
hopefully.
I'm seeing stuff in the fall time now it's starting to get canceled and everything. So, I mean, as of right now, PCA conference in Vegas, where I'm currently sitting at, is up in air right now. It's a 50-50 if it's going to happen or not happen. So,
what's the ordinance about private property? Maybe we'll have a show right here in the backyard.
No, there you go. Social distancing. Yeah. It's an issue.
If it's more than 10 people, the cops can come shut you down over there, Bob.
Yep, that's perfect. Hey, Frank, you were talking about Kerr right before the show that you're going to try to get an order. Kerr is on. Kerr, how you doing, buddy? We if you can, Kerr, talk to us a little bit about your cigar line, because Frank wants to order, and so Bob and I want to jump on that.
I want to taste that new smoke.
Texas, what's the best way that we can get the barber pole and your new green grass line? And okay, Kerr. Hi, guys. Yep. So you heard, Kerr. So Texas, how people can get your cigars also. I don't know if you'll be part of the bowl, but we definitely want to get your cigars out. We all think it's spectacular. His first cigar was an absolute grand slam, barber pole. We truly enjoyed it, and we got to get Stogie Road back online here. So there's a few people here that's going to be Sweetgrass Gringo, baby. Yes, Mo, you checked it out already. I could see that.
There you go.
That went really fast, these orders. So, folks, get your hands on that. Kerr's going to send us some information, which we'll pass on to you and give him a shot. Fantastic guy. He does a segment on Thursday nights with Stogie Road, 8 o'clock.
And he has some excellent people on.
A good friend, a couple of good friends of us, Dr. Gabby Caffey,
and Armin from DAV Cigar.
DAV, absolutely.
Who are they are the spokespeople for the boutique line cigars.
All right, Kerr, I will reach out to you tomorrow, and we'll talk more about that so we can get you on our Facebook page. Keep announcing it, like I have been sharing that, dude. Anyway, you know I've been sharing everything you're cutting out with. But we'll see what's going on from there. And
I can't wait to smoke it. I can't wait.
No, we were really excited.
I was so impressed with the first cigar, the barber pole. It was excellent, actually, and I'm excited to try this new one. I can't wait.
Definitely excited about everything. But guess what, Kerr? If you're listening, I was hoping Dr. Gabby would join on. Guess what we did with cousin Frank? We turned a Padron, man, into what, Frank? Tell us the experience. We finally got Frank to get away from Padron, and he finally ordered a cafe. Talk about it, Frank. Take it away, because we want to show people that you might be stuck on one cigar all the time, but you got to try something different.
Yeah.
Here's a stubborn guy, I can tell you that. Here's cousin Frank, that all he talked about, Padron, all right? And yes, it is a good quality cigar.
Oh, it's fantastic cigar.
Listen.
Go ahead.
But
Let's get this straight. Let's get this straight. Padron, the word alone is synonymous with quality. It means boss. So I immediately was turned on by the boss. I went right to the boss.
That's Springsteen, right?
No.
Not Springsteen. I'm talking about Padron. Everyone who knows cigars knows Padron. I mean, so leaving Padron for me was a very, because I ventured out, I tried different things, and sometimes I was really disappointed. So I always slipped right back to my good friend, Padron, who never let me down. That's the guy I could look to know every time I picked up the stick, it was great. So when I ventured
now
out,
tell the people why the sky fell down.
well, the sky fell down. I ordered. Ronnie and Bob, they introduced me to Gabby's line of cafe. So I went online to the cheapest cigar.com or something to find cafes. I can't order it directly from cafe. So I ordered a box of the box press of this beautiful box here, by the way. And this is the San Andreas. Fantastic. Now with this came a sample 7-pack. So as you could tell, 4 of the 7 are gone. That was all smoked in one day, one after the other.
Wow.
That was like chain smoking.
Holy cow.
I never really chain smoked cigars like that before. But it
No, you did. I remember
boom.
the day you were talking to us and you just
Yeah.
couldn't get enough, man. You were like, you flipped out. You became
my
like a
mind
drug
was
dealer
blown.
on that, man.
My mind was blown.
I was waiting for your head to explode.
It really
man.
was. It was blown.
Sensation.
I couldn't believe it. I was in shock, to be quite honest. I first tried the Sumatra in the sampler. So I grabbed the Sumatra, started smoking it. I was like, wow, this is really terrific. What a fantastic flavor. There was hints of coffee in there. It's kind of leathery, smooth, but had a nice spiciness, but not overly spicy. And the cigar was just perfectly blended. It was really a fantastic smoke. So that led me to
no aftertaste on that.
No aftertaste.
It didn't leave your
I
mouth
smoked-
like.
No, I smoked it down to. I almost was smoking my. I almost felt like I was ready to smoke a joint and use like tweezers.
Watch that beard.
Roar out of it. It was really that
Get
fantastic.
the old roach clip for it, huh?
Yeah, I needed a roach clip or something. Let's just say my fingertips were really next to the fire. It was that close. I couldn't get enough of it. So immediately I let that down, and during that I was actually having a nice cup of coffee, like a caramel Starbucks type of blend. Oh my God! I felt like I actually dipped the back of the cigar like it was bourbon, or like it was as if it was,
like you were back in Italy. Put the cigar in
and I was just enjoying the smoke so much. So then after that, I went and I smoked the Connecticut. And the Connecticut, Bob and I have similar tastes. We like cigars that are a bit more robusto, a little bit more, a little bit more.
Not a pear.
we want the cigar to be part of, of our tongue.
Yeah.
So I didn't have like great expectations for the Connecticut, but it blew me away too. I was like, wow, this is the first Connecticut wrap cigar that I can remember that really was full of flavor. It was just really a dynamic cigar. It offered me some subtle notes. It was kind of leathery, very earthy, but not where it felt like dirt. You know, it was it was just beautiful. It was beautiful.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
I
I think
finished-
Connecticut's don't offer anything to me.
Right.
I'm just talking about me personally in the way of taste. It's just like I'm wasting time smoking this.
You know what Kurt
But
just said?
that Connecticut offered
Yeah.
a tremendous smoke to me. I
It really
really
did.
enjoyed it. I mean, and I'm a Maduro smoker. I mean,
Right.
you know, I like a heavy cigar, but I was impressed.
Kurt just said, actually, I've heard that other Padron smokers going to Cafe 1901 Sumatra.
Oh, there
So
you go.
there you go. So your
Yeah.
taste,
There.
your palate,
My
which
palate
is so
was
set to Padron.
Yeah.
When you had the
that Sumatra.
Sumatra,
I
there you
loved
go.
it. I was
That
immediately
Sumatra
like,
really
wow,
kicks
this kicked my. I was like, holy cow, this is a great smoke. And for the money, I'm like, damn, this is such great value because you're under $10 a stick. You're at $8 a stick. For $8, man, that stick blew me away.
Wow.
And that
It
$8
really
stick
blew me away.
compares to a $22 or
Exactly,
$25 Padron.
Exactly.
That's talking
Wow.
about getting your money's worth.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can get
And
3
here's another hit,
cafes for one Padron.
Barry Bones Argento.
Hey, Barry.
He actually said, "Wait till you smoke the Sweetgrass Gringo by Kerr."
And that's
And
what I wanna
Barry
say.
knows his smokes. And if he's saying that, you know, he's giving big kudos to Sweetgrass
All
there.
right.
So
Yeah.
Kerr and I will be talking tomorrow, and we're
And
gonna
that's a
try
Gabby. Gabby was
uh,
involved with that, of
yep,
course.
yep.
So, you know, again,
Fantastic.
you
I mean,
can't
just
miss. You can't miss
awesome.
with these guys.
No, I mean, like I said, it was chain smoking. I was chain smoking. So then after I went down the Connecticut Road, I slid into the Maduro. So
Ooh.
now I'm smoking the Maduro. I'm like, damn, one cigar leads you to the next, and you're not, and your taste buds are just like exploding. You know, you're getting all of this different textures and the essence of when you listen to a person like Luciano talk about the blending and what an art it is and a science, you can then see how these master blenders are such craftsmen. They are artists. They build a cigar from scratch and give you a product that you can really just sink your teeth into and just enjoy.
Mhm.
So it blew me away. Every one of these cigars blew me away. The San Andreas which was the other smoke, just beautiful. If I said, do I have a favorite? That's hard to say. It's kind of like Padron.
Too early,
Do I
Frank.
have a favorite Padron? It's hard.
Right now, it's all
It's
of the
too
above.
early.
All of them. Yeah.
All of the above.
All of them, because they're all a little different, right? So each blend, each smoke gives you something else to look forward to. Where now I'm like, oh my goodness, Honduras is giving me a whole different level of cigar smoking, you know, and for me, it's an education, right? We all have to be able to expand our minds, expand our
We did
willingness.
that in the '60s. Now we just have to smoke cigar.
Yeah, so it's all about trying new things and getting yourself in the habit of trying new things. And my recommendation to anybody out there is to listen, don't get stuck. Go out, try new things, and ask for it. If you don't see it on a shelf, say, hey, can you get me a Cafe 1901, or can you get me a Luciano, or can you get me, you know, whatever cigar that you can find, like a Kerr. If you just a Viajente's smoke, just ask and find it, because you won't be you know, taken for a spin. I've been taken for a spin with, you know, we're talking about big name brands have taken me down the road of not being satisfied.
And don't
You
be
know.
afraid to go outside your comfort zone. I mean,
Exactly.
if you're stuck on one of
Oh,
these
absolutely.
all the time, push your envelope and go to some of these other ones that you may not think that you're going to enjoy, because I guarantee you, as I was one of those, until Luciano pushed me, I was stuck in kind of like, I would say, the rut, the proverbial
Right,
rut.
I remember that.
And,
I remember that. Yeah.
and he pushed me
Yeah,
into
you were
something.
afraid to try anything different, and then all of a sudden, boom, the explosion happens. You,
Yeah.
you tried, well, anything Luciano gives you is going to be over the top.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Especially if he
that was
rolled
it.
it for you too
Immediate
that night.
Well, we've been saying for almost a year. When we first got Caffey in 1901, Bob and I sampled 11 different smokes. 11. And we still
We
to this
flipped
day,
out. We flipped out.
one better than the other, and they were all home runs and grand slams. So,
Yeah,
it's not just
we wanted to talk
one,
about each
two.
one, and you couldn't because each one was so, as Frank, you said, so different, and yet each one was just tremendous. It's like you can't say anything negative about any one of the
No.
sticks. Each one presents their own ecstasy. That's what I'll say.
Boutique cigars, folks. Bottom line is, try them. Try them.
The big boys, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the big boys are
Big
the big
boys
boys.
already made their
You know?
mark. Now it's time to get to the little guy, support the little guy because the little guy is going to be a big guy soon.
Speak.
Yeah, but they're all good big guys too. You got Oliva.
I know that.
Fantastic.
I'm saying,
Perdomo,
but expand,
Padron.
get out
you know?
of that
Yeah.
rut. Try these new guys. They are producing some
And
incredible.
and speaking of new tobaccos and Frank taking on a new thing, have you guys heard about the new Savinelli pipe tobaccos that have hit?
Oh yeah,
I mean, these things
Go ahead.
look
Tell us a
very
little
tasty.
bit about the 3 new ones, Kyle.
I think it was major release today, right?
Yeah, so
Yesterday, today.
Savinelli released 3 new blends in their pipe tobacco line. One called Janos, the other one called Juno, and the other one called Jupiter. So there's 3 out there now, and Janos is a ambrosial mixture of bright Virginias, Orientals, and Perique, and basically those flavors come together in that blend. And then you're gonna have Juno, which is a delicate amalgam of stoved and unstoved Virginias, the pinnacle of leaves both red and bright. And then
There
you
you go.
have Jupiter. Jupiter is a commanding blend of burley, dark-fired Kentucky and Virginias, archetypically cased and pressed into flake.
Nice,
Awesome.
nice. I
Awesome.
can't wait to try it.
That's a great release today. I mean, folks, we know for all you pipe smokers, we haven't been on a pipe kick for a while because we've really been on a cigar kick, especially with the bulb and having special honors of Ace Prime and Crown Heads owners coming on board with Tiago.
You guys may have
Square,
not have been on
you
a
know.
pipe kick, but I've been on a pipe kick.
Well,
I
no,
smoke my pipe all day.
He
It's only
does,
at night I let out a stick.
but Kyle, we talk about boutiques and we mentioned a few of them, but we do also have a sponsor. If we have DAV Cigars, folks, they're another boutique cigar. They're one of our sponsors.
Awesome smoke.
2 guys
Very good.
from nice
Very
one right
good.
behind you there.
Oh, I like that leaf, Frank.
Hey,
Leaf?
very
I
nice.
like the
Yeah, that
leaf.
looks good.
Yeah.
DAV Cigars, if you want to put that online.
Yep,
there,
they see that
Kyle.
there. They see it right now.
Yeah, we got a couple of sponsors that we like to thank. And DAV, Armin and Val from New York City. They're Dominican Republic cigars. They've got they're adding quite a few to their line also. Good guys. And
Good smokes. Very
again,
good cigars.
We enjoy them. Good people. You can catch Armin with Kerr and Dr. Gabby every Thursday night at 8 o'clock on Stowey Road. And they talk also about what's going on in the industry and FDA stuff that's happening.
Well, they're the spokesman for the boutique line. of
Gabby's got a
cigars,
big to do, and Armin's involved with
and
it
they're
too.
fighting hard for your rights. I'll tell you right now, these people are fighting hard.
Matter of fact, we mentioned FDA. Frank or Kyle, who wants to talk about a little FDA right now?
I think Kyle. I'll give the honors to Kyle.
All right.
Take it away, Kyle.
All right.
everybody.
Today in FD, well, not today. This is actually from May 5th. This is brought to us as an article out of Cigar Aficionado. And this is the court ruling ends chances of a 2021 deadline for FDA product reports. The FDA pre-market application deadline for cigars will remain September 9th after a trio of judges yesterday rejected the cigar industry's appeal to extend the deadline for nearly 1 year. The ruling filed in the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fourth Circuit essentially eliminates any chance the deadline will be moved to August 2021, a date that the FDA announced 3 years ago when it said it would reconsider how it regulates premium cigars. The deadline concerns only cigars that need to be filed with the FDA using either substantial equivalent reports or pre-market tobacco applications. Cigars that were commercially marketed for before February 15, 2007 are considered grandfathered and therefore do not require FDA review. While the cigar industry reviewed the 2017 announcement in a positive light, health groups disagree and shortly after filed a lawsuit in Maryland challenging the agency's new deadlines. Last year, the preceding judge sided with the health groups and shortened the deadline to which would have been today. But as of last week, they extended the deadline to September 9th due to the COVID outbreak.
Well, again, we can't be railroaded. We have rights too as smokers, and we can't let the non-smokers take over and dictate everything to us. There are lots of petitions out there, folks. On a lot of the big boys cigar sites. I advise everybody to sign these petitions, send them. These petitions go to the senators and Congress people, and make yourself heard, because otherwise it's a losing battle for us. I mean, they're going to railroad us. Their plan is to outlaw tobacco. Let's face it. That's the insurance companies. That's the health industry. They're going to make it impossible to get tobacco soon. So
hashtag my body, my tobacco.
What's that?
Hashtag my body, my tobacco.
There you go. So
That's true.
Stick it to them. Tell them we're not dealing with that nonsense. We have rights too. And if we want to smoke, we're going to do it, man. We're going to do
Bob, don't you understand? You have no rights.
Yeah. Well, it's getting to that. Exactly.
They are taking it away from us, unfortunately.
Look what they're doing now. Everybody's not allowed to go out anymore.
I'll just sip my bourbon rye here.
Well, we've got to do what we got to do as far as that goes. But
do it, folks. Do it.
We really have to push as a group. If we really enjoy our cigars, our pipes, our tobacco, hey, soon, what's going to happen again? We're going to go to prohibition with our alcohol? What's that? What's next, guys?
The revolution. The revolution.
Well, whatever is going to happen is going to happen. We know that. It is what it is. But
did you have have an article for us, Frank? Did you have an FDA?
No, I don't have an FDA. I've got pipes on the back of my wall.
Look. Hey, how did you get my collection?
I've been adding to my pipe collection.
I see that.
Nice.
I figure if Andre's there, he may want to try to stick around and be ready for the chooch stumping.
Nice.
There we go. And we have a pipe that we're giving away again tonight. This pipe
you've seen for the last 4 weeks.
Not gone to anyone.
No. Last week, Dean won. Remember?
Oh, Dean won. Yeah.
Oh,
okay. All right. So anyway, this is what we're giving away tonight, folks.
And this one here, folks, is from our
other sponsors.
Yes, this is from R&A Treasures LLC from Tampa, Florida. Randy and Anthony, two great guys. I'm telling you, get on their website, jump on board. They've got specials every Tuesday, especially. Incredible. If you're looking to start a pipe collection, and Bob and I believe Kyle, We probably, well, at least us, we have almost 20 each. Kyle's growing
And
his.
Frank has a couple too from them.
You got a bunch from RNA there too, Frank?
Oh yeah, I've got
the
like
pipe
3 or
show.
4. Yeah, 3 or
the pipe
4 of
show
them from
next year.
RNA. Yep.
Nice.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't beat it. I
Yeah.
mean, fantastic pipes at a price that will blow you away. I mean,
And they
people
don't
sell
just
pipes.
have pipes too. They go into their warehouse and they start uncovering holders, lighters, pens, ashtrays.
Yeah.
they
They have tables, a chest table. I mean, they got an incredible assortment of stuff.
Chess
Yeah.
tables with chess pieces.
Yeah.
Italian marble. I mean, just incredible stuff. Get on their website because they got a
And
lot going on.
Just want to throw this in. Anthony's father was Cristiano. So if
Yeah.
you're a seasoned pipe smoker, everyone knows the word Cristiano in the pipe industry.
Yeah.
And
a
he
lot-
left quite a warehouse to his son.
And a lot of those pipes, he hand carved those. He just
Yeah.
never
Oh,
got
yeah.
around to actually putting his trademark on them. So I mean, you're actually
Some
getting.
of them have his name on them.
Some of them
still
do, but
have
a
it.
lot of
They're on.
them, he never got around to it. But you are getting
No.
a Cristiano carved pipe when you order
Yeah.
from them. It may not say it particularly on it, depending on which ones you get from them. But those are all
Exactly.
from him.
Hey, Kyle, I'm going to ask you to do a little research while we continue our talk. Dave wants to know any word on who is making the new 7LE flakes. Their older ones were made by McBaron.
Yeah.
Is there any research on that? They broke down on who did it? I'm just asking because Dave wanted to know if you had any updated
Dave who?
information.
Uh,
Dave Ellsworth.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could it possibly be Sutcliffe?
I'm not
Just
sure.
throwing it out there. It's a possibility. I
Well,
mean, McBaron.
He would know if it's Sutcliffe.
I know.
So I don't think that's the answer. Because why would he be asking? He would probably tell me it would be Sutcliffe.
No, I don't know. I'm just saying, could it possibly be? You know, they might be keeping it under wraps right now.
And,
But anyway, I'm anxious to try them though.
and yes, Valeria, you did see a Peterson Baskerville on the back there.
Oh yeah, by Frank.
by
Yeah,
Frank.
yeah.
Yep, he had a nice
Frank has
selection.
got a nice selection of pipes there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, by the way, Bob, what were you smoking tonight?
HC Black.
HC Black. All right, I took together a leaf by Oscar.
I like
which,
them. The Sumatra.
Here we're talking earlier
Yeah, I
about
like
a
the
boutique.
leaf.
I like
And
them a lot.
folks, get yourself. I mean, if you look at it, it's actually presented in a leaf.
Where's the leaf?
Yeah, get your
I
leaf
got
out.
Where is the leaf?
I got it here. I'm trying to.
Look at that leaf. You have to unwrap it
Look
from
at
the
Yeah, it's a
actual
beautiful
leaf.
presentation.
It's a beautiful presentation.
It's all wrapped up, and
Yeah.
it looks like just a stogie wrapped up in a leaf. And this is it. And I got to tell you,
And when you get enough of
It's
them, you
lovely.
can roll it yourself. Make your own cigar.
Or shred it and put it in
Crumble
your
up
pipe.
and put it in your pipe
Yeah.
and smoke it.
Or
you know?
or shred it and put it in your pipe.
But it's a nice cigar. I enjoy them.
Dave said that he will find out, but Sutcliffe has very limited ability to make flakes at this point.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
Dave. Thank you. Thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Yeah,
for that
I'm not.
update.
I'm not
Okay,
seeing
good.
much information on where the manufacturer is actually at, because everything just keeps pointing back to 7L, and I know they're not manufacturing it themselves.
No,
They're putting their
no,
name
no.
on it, but yeah, we'll have to get some more research. Maybe have to reach out to some of our contacts and see what they say.
Jeremy might have some information, right?
Yeah, he might.
Yeah, it could be Scandinavian group. I don't know. We'll find out sooner or later.
Good question, Dave. We'll look into that. Then, unless you find out, text
Let us know.
PM us. We'll mention it online for everybody who's interested. Also,
It
I
wouldn't
know
come
there
out
was
of
a
Lane,
few
would it?
sales of it today.
Well, Lane's a Scandinavian group, so it might
Yeah.
come out of Lane. I don't
It
know.
might be. I don't know.
We'll see.
Or it could be out of Germany. You know, they make a lot of tobaccos over there. Too.
Or it could be coming out of Bob's garage. Who knows?
Could be. Could be.
He has enough tin.
there's no room in that garage. I wish, though. I wish.
A lot of presses. I'm making my own flakes now.
But anyway,
All right,
So,
you guys. Are
folks,
you guys
we're
ready
gonna
to
go.
go?
Yes,
Yeah,
this
right.
was it.
Let's do it.
All
Let's play
right.
the AOC game.
It's time. It's time for cousin Frank to play Stump the Chooch.
Hey,
Chooch.
be a chooch.
Be a chooch.
And what
Be a
that
chooch.
basically is, folks, is cousin Frank has a bunch of questions that he asked the three of us first, just so this way you understand how this works. And then it's time that he asks you, the audience, of the question. Bob showed you the pipe that we're going to be giving away. You got basically about 30 seconds because we know that it's a delay, and you also has to jump on one of your sites to get that information quickly. But the first person who answers the question that texted that I can read here online.
Within first 10 seconds. You gotta get in 10 seconds.
No,
That's
there's
it.
all right. 30-second delay, Bob. How many
30
times we got to go over
seconds.
this?
It's delayed. You
I
keep
know,
pushing these
But
people.
when the delay happens, you got 10 seconds.
By the way, we do have a very good friend of ours, excellent friend who's very knowledgeable. Tim Garrity just jumped on.
Hey, Tim.
Tim, how you
what's
doing? We miss you,
happening?
buddy. He is stating that the future of pipe tobacco is shaky. Now,
We know
that's
it.
not good.
We know it.
And
That's why I keep telling
Yeah.
everybody, buy, and start celery, man, because things are getting bad.
but you also have to get involved with your politicians in
Absolutely.
Washington, D.C. They have to know what's going on.
Sign
Do
those
not let
petitions.
them take away our freedom of tobacco.
Why do you think I keep going to a moo down at Arlington Pipe and Tobacco down there? I keep bugging
Yep.
her for pipe tobacco.
Absolutely. We got to keep it going. We have to.
You gotta
We
buy.
have
You gotta
to.
buy, man.
Just buy, even if just once in a while, a small batch, whatever it is, get the pipe tobacco and make it move, guys.
We know some people part of the club, and they're saying they got like 20, 30 pounds of tobacco stash, and they're still buying. So, I mean, that's what it's about, man. Start just hoarding this shit.
All right.
It's either going to disappear or it's going to get so expensive that you won't be able to buy it. They'll
Well-
tax it to death. You know that.
Well, I feel like
They already are.
I feel like a lot of our go-to flavor profiles and everything that are on the pipe tobacco side may be going away, and it's just going to be left with a lot of like the Englishes and stuff that don't have any toppings or anything on there. I feel that's the way that the industry is
Natural
going.
tobacco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way it's going to be. But we'll see what happens. Tim Garrity, we mentioned earlier, he is actually part of our other sponsor, Kyle, the Chicago Pipe Club. And folks from around the world, you know what? If you have a chance to participate and join a pipe club, this is the one you want to be. We normally put out the biggest, the best pipe show
We have the
in
biggest
the world.
pipe show in the world. Yes, we do.
And Tim has a very big hand on it.
And Tim also is responsible for giving us a lot of the pipes that we give away on this show. So thank you, Tim, as
yes,
always.
for sure.
Yes.
And Dave just wanted to let us know that he has 70 pounds plus, and he's still buying
That's right, Dave. You got it, man.
pounds of tobacco.
Nice.
By the way, what's your address?
He's in Richmond.
What does he do? Bench press it?
I don't know, but 75 pounds is a lot, man. That's a lot.
That's a lot. We all
Yeah.
got to get there. We all got to have that on
Well,
hand.
how many pounds is, let's say, the regular standard Tim? I mean, what's the weight of a
Ounce.
pound?
You know,
No,
1
yeah.
point,
It takes.
I don't know, 1.3, 1 point something.
It takes.
or 3.
What is it?
you
I think
know,
it takes
3
like
point something.
32 ounces to 1 pound or something like that, or 64 ounces to a
No,
pound.
16 ounces are in a pound.
16 ounces in a pound. Okay.
16 ounces in a pound.
So the
28
regular tin,
grams.
how much would that be?
That's
in?
about what? You got 2 ounces, 3 ounces in a tin? 2 ounces in a tin. right?
It's 1 point something, or you can get a bigger tin, which is 3.5,
Yeah.
maybe something like that.
Right.
And then you can get some of the European tins, which are bigger, 5, 7, something like that.
Okay.
So
Is,
how-
is,
how
is he
many-
storing it in a wine barrel?
I don't know where he's storing them. I wish it was my house.
well, he does say he shares with only good folks.
Oh.
Oh,
That
We're
means
good
you guys
folks.
are not
And-
included.
And you did notice how
That
he
means
did
you're not
include
hey,
us. He did not
Hey, you're
include
real
us.
Close to Virginia.
Frank, why don't you take a drive up? You only 2 hours from him.
You're good people.
Yeah.
The standard tin is 1.76, guys.
1.76.
Yeah.
I thought it was something like that. Yeah.
So what's the number? So quick math. How many tins does it take to make a pound?
At least 6.
You're gonna need about 10 tins in a pound. Close to 10
About-
tins in a pound.
16 ounces in a pound.
Yeah.
So
10 tins, just about.
Yeah.
pounds make a kilo.
Right.
So
Okay.
Kilos the better.
Apparently,
Well, it's
Bob's
2.2.
on the white train
2.2
market.
makes a kilo.
Bob's.
pounds, 2
Well,
ounces.
don't mess with Bob and kilos. He knows. All right, folks.
That's when he was fencing.
Bob's
Back in the
Bob's
60s.
been going snow skiing a lot, you know.
I helped build Miami.
He was part of Miami Mice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jimmy Buffett has nothing on him. I can tell you that. But all right, folks, stump the chooch.
Okay, here we go,
Frank,
man.
hit us with a
Chooch,
few.
it's time.
Make us feel like idiots.
Yes.
All right, here we go. This is always easy. You know how I love to draw from history. This is what this is all about. So today in history, on May 12th, 1641, the chief advisor to Charles I, Thomas Wentworth, something happened to him in the Tower of London. What happened to Thomas Wentworth?
He made
He
it
was
with Maid
executed.
Marian.
He was executed.
How?
Beheaded.
By the-
He's
He
beheaded.
was decapitated, I
Yeah.
believe.
Beheaded.
Oh, look at Bob. Bob, he was beheaded at the Tower of London. Oh, look at Bob knowing his history.
Even with all that stuff from Miami.
Even with all of that running
Unbelievable.
through him.
There's still a couple of cells that are working here.
One atom.
All right. Bob gets one. Put a check mark next to Bob's name.
There we go.
No chooch for Bob today. All right. So, on this date in history, in 1780, this town in the South falls to British forces. May 12th.
You got to give it multiple choice.
This town in the South
Was it
falls to
Charlotte?
British forces.
Atlanta?
Nashville.
Bob,
No.
easy. Slow down, Bob. Slow down. You're gonna look like a chooch if you continue.
No.
You're gonna take that victory and it's gonna go.
I
gonna
know.
go
It's going south already.
going south.
I would say Virginia.
I'll give you a hint. It's in South Carolina.
Ah.
Savannah.
Charleston.
Savannah's not in South Carolina.
Savannah.
That's Georgia.
That's the new. That's Ronnie's South. In Ronnie's South,
Charleston.
Savannah,
All the way
Savannah,
down.
South Carolina.
Charleston.
South Carolina.
Is it Charleston?
All right.
A town in South Carolina.
Charleston.
Finally, it's like pulling teeth with you three.
Is he not
But
hearing
you
me?
have to. You know, it's
Wait a minute. I said Charleston first, didn't I?
No, you said
Charlotte.
Charlotte.
You said
Charlotte. Oh,
Charlotte.
I meant.
yeah. What you meant?
Yeah,
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 I know.
yeah.
Frank, are you not hearing me at all?
Ah, boy, oh boy.
Frank, you're not hearing me at all, are you?
I hear you.
Okay, because I've been saying Charleston forever.
Oh, we haven't heard you.
I
No,
just
I didn't
hear
hear
you
you
now.
either.
What if they
What are you
closer to your
doing?
mic?
I
Wait,
am as
where are you?
close to my mic as possible.
That broad swimming. She just took her bottom off. And she's holding it up.
She
Turn
went
around,
pretty
Kyle.
thick
Turn
on the
around.
Here, hold on a second.
Kyle's been
There,
busy.
now you can hear me. You know, I just muted those guys, so you can't.
Oh, there you go. Now I
Oh,
hear you. All right, I got another one for you three clowns. All right. On this date in history, May 12th, 1865, the last land battle of the Civil War occurs at Palmetto Ranch. Where is Palmetto Ranch? And who won that battle?
That was in Virginia.
Eh,
South Carolina,
eh,
Georgia.
It
Pennsylvania.
was in Kentucky, wasn't it?
The chooch is coming out. All you three chooches are being stumped like nobody's business right now.
Ontario.
I'll give you a hint. It's basically the second. Well, no, it's the largest state in the union.
Alabama?
New York.
What the fuck are you talking
New
about?
York.
New York.
New York.
Oh,
New
the
York.
Union. I thought you were talking to South again.
Listen. It starts with a T and ends in an S.
Oh, Tennessee.
That doesn't end in an
Bob,
S.
what are you drinking?
Texas.
A
Texas.
lot of whiskey.
Tejas.
It's Texas.
Yes, Tejas.
Texas.
And who won that battle? You only have 2 people fighting.
Davy Crockett.
That was the Alamo. That's not Palmetto Ranch.
General Grant.
We lost.
Grant.
No, it's a Confederate victory.
Lee.
The last
General
battle.
Lee.
Oh God, this is sad. You guys better take a history course. No wonder why, that's why our country's in shambles. Nobody knows history.
The Confederate general that won in Texas.
I didn't ask you who the general was. I asked who won the battle. For God's sake.
The Mexicans, right?
Remember the Alamo.
Oh,
How do we get cigars down there? Come on.
It was General Boone.
Your mama says Kevin says your mama won. There you go.
Wow.
No, I'm sorry. This one I really have no clue. I'm out at this one.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
The Confederates.
Oh,
it had to be the.
I said it already. I already gave you who it was. For God's sake! All right, listen. I'm ready to stump the
Time to stump the audience. Stump the audience.
Dave's been answering. Kevin's been answering. We got people answering this question.
Tim's been answering too.
All right, this is a trigonometry.
Andre is ready.
Andre is ready.
This is an equation that they have to figure out, right?
Well, now I'm going to give them, a mathematical equation that they
There
have,
you go.
an algorithm that they have to figure out in less than 30 seconds.
That's it.
All right. Screw everybody.
Hey,
No
Trump
pipe
won
for
Texas.
you. Come back 1 year.
Wow.
Go ahead. Folks, this is
All right.
for the pipe. Make sure you write your answer in. You got 30 seconds. I will be reading everything that I can see on Facebook.
The Greek historian Herodotus was recorded describing the Iranian horse tribes, known as what? Smoking burning leaves in 500 BC. The Greek historian Herodotus was recorded describing the Iranian horse tribes, known as the what? Smoking burning leaves in 500 BC.
What kind of leaves were they smoking?
It is assumed that the Greeks and the Romans actually acquired the habit from forays into the East.
Valerie is going to win this one, I'm looking for her. I'm pulling for Valerie on this one.
Uh-oh.
I'm pulling for everyone but Andre.
Oh, poor Andre.
I think they were all smoking La Tequila.
But you're not supposed to answer.
Bob doesn't, even when Bob answers, he doesn't answer.
I know.
He freewheels.
Frank, even when I'm wrong, I'm right.
It's called freewheeling.
That was the Bob Dylan album, wasn't it?
No, that was Free Willy.
Frank, we're not getting anybody on this one. Even if they have Alexa next to them, they should be Googling it or whatever. Say it again.
That's why here it comes again.
Yeah.
Here we go. The Greek historian Herodotus
Dinosaur?
was recorded describing the Iranian horse tribes, known as the what? Smoking burning leaves in 500 BC.
It's a good
T.
Fuck
Dave
yeah. What do you
Ellsworth
think? I
says
play
T.
games here?
It's a good one.
No, I'm saying
I'm
Dave
not out
Ellsworth.
giving free pipes away. This isn't a free show anymore.
No.
People
more.
got to pay the piper.
I got an answer by David Ellsworth. He said T-E-A.
They're smoking tea.
Tell him he better put some tea leaves in his pipe and smoke it because that's wrong.
They used to call pot tea for a while. They used to smoking some tea.
Even Valeria, who's Greek, says, damn, that's a tough one. Valeria, come on, don't let me down. This is for you. Oh, man.
I love it when I can stump the chooch.
Boy,
Oh,
boy, that's a tough one, Frank.
well, I'm invigorated. I have a new purpose in life. It's to make all you fools look just like fools. That's
You're
it.
doing a good job.
That's
You're
my
doing a
purpose.
good job.
That's
All
it.
right. And the last answer at this point is Little Feet. Oh, no, we got a new one. Tim said
Little Feet, man, they were a pretty good band.
Little River Band? What?
He said, first of all, they were not smoking tobacco. He said
Sasquatch.
Sassnids. S-A-S-S-N-I-D-S. S-A-S-S-N-I-D-S.
No, I mean the spelling is way to fuck off. Sorry, I can't.
N-E-S-T-L-E-S.
All right.
A-B-C-D-E-F-G.
How about the Huns? H-U-N-S.
The Huns, weren't they from
who?
Mongolia?
Hey.
They were from Mongolia, the Huns.
Oh, Dave misunderstood the question, and Tim says marijuana or opium.
Opium.
Opium. What? Where are we going with this?
I don't know. These are the answers we're getting.
To a higher place.
Oh my God!
All right, folks.
Listen,
That's it. The shop is closed on the pipe.
Listen.
Nobody got it again this week.
I'm gonna give it to who was that? Dave?
For what? We
Was
had
that
Tim.
crazy spelling that he gave me?
That was Tim. Tim
Okay.
gave you S-A-S-S-N-I-D-S.
Listen, tell him he better get a dictionary.
He's a
But-
teacher.
Listen, just tell him he better get a dictionary. But I'm going to, since he at least had two letters correctly, and it starts with an S. I might give it to him just because all these other fools are giving me tea, marijuana. I don't even know what the hell they're doing. Listen,
Peyote. Peyote. That's it.
Listen,
it's
you
pronounced-
can't.
Snatch.
It's spelled. I'm going to give you the proper spelling. It's S-C-Y-T-H-I-A-N-S. It's pronounced the Shaitions. The Shaitions.
All right,
were
so
a
here,
group of ancient tribes of nomadic warriors who originally lived in what is now southern Siberia.
Shaitik.
all right, so we do have a question here from one of the, I guess, people who are answering here.
The audience.
The audience. We assumed you wanted to know the leaves they were smoking. So I guess you didn't.
How did they come up with that assumption? I said, what the hell?
Bap, 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 bap. This
I
is our
said,
audience.
Greek historian Herodotus, if you want me to give you a Greek pronunciation, give me Valeria. I'll give you the full Greek. Was recorded describing the Iranian horse tribes. The tribes were known as the what? The marijuana leaf?
Nice.
No, we just
Smoking
they
burning
were-
leaves. They were smoking but they were known as what? This tribe was known as the
Skatana Fas.
Skata.
Skata, yeah.
The
Oh, well.
tribe.
I think it's full of shitania. Yeah, Dave, I think so, man. He's showing me a bunch of poop.
Tell them nobody gets a pipe. I'm sorry, but they're not getting on my good graces by questioning me.
Oh, we can't do that. Forget about it.
Professor.
Who they think
That was-
they're dealing with?
Well, with the Chooch himself,
Exactly.
the master Chooch.
I'm the lead chooch.
You are a chooch for sure.
I am Lazino. You remember
Yes,
Lazarus?
you are
I am
Sir
Lazino.
Lazino. Even
So,
Valeria liked that one.
Sir Wise Guy.
Oh God.
boy, oh boy, let me tell you, the chooches never cease to amaze me on this show.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Well, that's why you sponsor the show. It takes an ass to know an ass. What can I tell you?
I mean, we've got chooches coming from every angle. Truly.
Yeah.
Well, the Iranians did not come from Siberia. Is one of the responses here.
I don't give a shit what they say.
Hey,
Do more
I'm
research.
just
Hey.
giving you responses.
Tell them they don't get a pipe. They're all pissed off.
Kevin
Everybody
says.
wants something for free.
Kevin says, "How about we try to stomp your ass?"
Oh, Kevin! Pin the tail on the chooch.
Tell Kevin to come on over. I'm ready. I'll smack him over the head with my box of taffy.
Just to make this official, where can they find that answer that you found?
On the internet. Where I found it.
There you go.
Yeah, and everything on the
Or
internet's
get
true.
The Encyclopedia Britannica. They
That's
have
it.
a copy.
Nice.
All right.
Nobody gets a pipe this
So
week.
Tim wanted to let her know the first record of smoking is from India. I think they were smoking weed.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I would say hashish more.
or
Yeah.
Now,
opium. Yeah.
the first record of smoking any kind of pipe was in Egypt, 2000 BC.
Really?
Oh, pipe. Smoking a pipe,
Pipe,
but
yeah.
smoking
A pipe.
anything came from India.
Yeah, but I'm talking about a pipe.
All right.
Pipe
Okay.
smoking.
Pipe. Okay.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
I
That's a good
wouldn't
one,
take
Frank.
that because that's too easy. Listen, I'm looking for things that people can't just woohoo. I go and look real quick and bang, I get a free pipe. Listen, those days are over. That was early on the show when I was very giving. Right now I'm not.
Well, we have to give these pipes away because
Listen, we're gonna stockpile the pipes.
I think I saw a picture of King Tut with a pipe too. It was
He was
golden.
blowing smoke out of his ass.
It was a golden pipe.
They buried him with it.
Yep.
Oh God!
All right, guys.
Kyle, what are we gonna do, buddy? How you doing? All right?
I'm about to go jump in this pool with this other chooch in here swimming. So.
There you go.
I don't think she's a chooch, but take a look at her when you do get in there. Get a close up. Crack a smile. to both of you.
Well, we don't know yet. She might be a butterface. You know, we're not saying we don't know.
Okay.
Put a comic over her face and do it for laughs. That's all.
Well, teabag her and end it that way.
Oh,
But anyway.
jeez. Okay.
Wow.
That's
All
right.
right.
He still looks like
Oh,
that.
I've got it's in there.
Oh, it's
One
in
week.
there. Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it
Take off the
real.
glasses.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank, someone says your chooch is tight, by the way, so I don't know.
Yeah, let me get my tobacco leaves. It looks like I'm sitting in the tobacco king's chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, King Chooch. There you go.
Smoking chooch.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I
All
think
right.
that pretty much wraps up the show. What do you say, Chinless?
Yeah.
It's growing.
Oh my gosh. Holy jeez. Man. Rough crowd.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tim says they were not smoking tobacco. He swears by it. All right, Tim, I'm go with that.
All
I
right.
think hashish and opium and all of that stuff is certainly was there.
My
Well, pretty soon
ancestors
they're gonna-
say they were.
Pretty
I'm
soon they're gonna take
29%
it away.
Greek.
Valerie, I feel sorry for you.
Greek. Yeah. Okay.
I got 29. You want to see my ancestry.com stuff?
No. What are you gonna do? Turn around?
You know, it's
I'm gonna
funny.
give you the-
It's funny you say that about the ancestry.com stuff because apparently they did like an update and they found a branch in my
Oh.
tree I have Italian on my side somewhere.
Oh,
There we go,
That
Kyle.
goes back to the last name DeMarco.
There we go.
There
See,
you go.
I knew you had some redeeming qualities about you.
ching ching, yay, salud.
Cheers, Don.
Kyle, our new our new compadre.
The newest chooch.
Paisano.
He's now, we can consider him a paisan.
Paisano.
Another chooch.
Paisano DeMarco.
Anyway,
All right,
well,
guys.
folks, we're pretty much at the end of this show. Thank you very much for all you new listeners. We hope you had a good time, and we
you
hope
had some
you're all
laughs
safe.
anyway.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry that all the chooches out there.
You know what? Next week we're giving away
The same
this pipe
pipe.
again.
The same pipe that we've been giving away for 4 weeks now.
It'll be just as difficult.
By the time we give this to somebody, it's going to be really aged briar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bob will already have smoked it 3 times.
And poor Valeria says that she's Greek and she didn't know shit about that one. That's tough, but Valeria, you have a Greek brother here. Cousin Frank claims
Listen,
he's
Valerie, I'm
26%,
29% Greek.
29.
29%. That's a high percentage. That's almost 30%. Almost a
where did
third.
you get 29% Greek? From where?
It's got to be his
Listen.
father's side.
My father came from, and my mother. You know, you're talking about port cities. My father was on the Adriatic Sea. There's
All
a
right.
lot of battles that go on over there in the ocean, in
Yeah.
the water.
Yeah.
That Greek doesn't come from your mom, though.
Hey, listen, you two are scared. Go get your ancestry done, you two chickens. Get it done.
Italian.
I did. It's 100%.
Yeah, 100% my ass.
Yeah.
No,
Nobody's
that's the Greek in
100%
you.
anything.
Listen, I'm not afraid to know that I have blood running through my. I actually have 5% Russian blood.
Russian.
Don't fuck
Okay.
with me.
Oh,
All right?
Oh, he's the mafia now, the Russian
I'm the part of
mafia.
the Russian mob.
I got.
And
5%
how come
American
you don't
Indian,
drink
you know
vodka?
that, right?
How come you're not drinking the vodka?
Listen, you 3 clowns. Next week, do a little homework. Go home. Imagine studying, the internet a little bit. Don't just look at the pretty pictures or look at the porn sites like you guys do.
That's
Go
all we
and
do.
actually do a little. Go and actually do a little studying. Fill your brain with some new information, like I have done.
Okay,
All right.
but I'm looking at the girl behind Kyle all night. That's all that matters to me.
That's why Ronnie gets stumped 99% of the time.
Yeah, the blood's rushing to the wrong head for him.
That's it.
And yes, Tim says Sicily actually was a Greek colony, and we have part of our grandfather.
It was invaded by the
from there,
Greeks, by the
by
Turks.
everybody. That's why we have all that crazy shit.
I have Turkish, Croatian. I've got a lot of Balkans. Forza.
All right.
That's Italian.
I got New York, New Jersey, now Chicago.
That's all New World stuff. We're talking Old World.
That's the New World Testament.
All right,
Anyway,
guys.
folks,
Have another
I want
drink.
to say thank you. Salute. Next week, stay safe. Have a great smoke. Good night, everybody.
Yes,
Good
Good night, everyone.
Good
So
night,
long, folks.
Kyle.
Good night.
Salute.